Hey there, little magic makers! Welcome to Magic Tales for Kids, your very own story kingdom, where every page turns into an adventure. I'm your name, your storyteller guide, and here on this channel we whisk you away to enchanted forests, introduce you to talking animals, brave knights, and hidden treasures, all from the comfort of your own living room. Every week, we dive into classic fairy tales sprinkled with fresh magic dust. Brand new stories you won't hear anywhere else, and interactive fun guess along moments. Make your own endings and surprise crafts, so whether you love dragons or dream of unicorns, we've got something too. Spark your imagination. Want to join our story squad? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and give this video a big thumbs up if you're ready to journey into magic. And before we start, tell me in the comments, what's your favorite mythical creature? Maybe I'll bring it to life in our next tale. Now, get ready because next week, we're uncovering the secret of Starlight Castle, full of hidden passageways, and a friendly dragon with a very special secret you won't want to miss. All right, magical friends, it's time to open our storybook and let the adventure begin. See you inside the magic. Bye for now.
Nathan Drake was a poor boy who wore torn shoes to school. The other kids laughed at him and he often sat alone. One rainy day, he gave his only umbrella to a limping old man. The next morning, a box was waiting for him at school. New shoes and a note. Kind hearts always find kindness in return. Moral kindness may not bring instant reward, but it always finds its way back. Once upon a time, a boy named Sammy was about to eat a banana. Just as he peeled it, the banana shouted, "Hey, don't eat me, dude!" Sammy jumped and dropped it. "You can talk!" he gasped. "Of course," said the banana, "and I have dreams. I want to be a smoothie." Sammy blinked. "Wait, isn't that still eating you?" The banana thought. You're right. Okay, forget that. I want to be a famous banana singer." Suddenly the banana started singing, "I'm peeling good. Da-na-na-na-na-na." Sammy laughed so hard he slipped on the banana peel and landed in his laundry basket. From that day on, he only ate apples. They don't sing yet. And so the adventures of Sammy and the talking banana became a cherished memory, leaving both wondering what other surprises awaited them in the world of fruits. With each bite of his apple, Sammy couldn't help but imagine what it would be like if they could sing too. His creativity sparked new ideas, and he thought about starting a talent. Once upon a time, there was a tiny gray cloud named Cece. Unlike other clouds who turned white or fluffy, Cece stayed gray and didn't know why. She floated across the sky asking the sun, the moon, and even the rainbow for help. One day she saw a little girl crying in a dry village. Cece wanted to help. She squeezed herself tight and rained. Flowers bloomed, kids danced, and the girl smiled. Cece looked at herself and gasped. She had turned into a beautiful silver cloud with a glowing shimmer. And from that day on, Cece proudly floated through the skies, sharing her sparkle wherever she went. Cece became a symbol of kindness, reminding everyone that true beauty comes from helping others. With each drop of rain, Cece spread love and joy, nurturing the earth and its inhabitants. In every village she visited, Cece brought life and happiness, becoming a beloved friend to all. She became a cherished part of every celebration, her sparkling presence reminding everyone of the power of kindness. Through her acts of kindness, Cece nurtured not just the earth, but the bonds of friendship among the villagers. One sunny morning, Johnny found an old glowing map in his attic. It whispered, "Find the crystal of courage." With his backpack and his brave dog, Bolt, he stepped into the forest. The map led them to a talking tree who said, "To pass, say a kind word." Johnny said, "Please and thank you." The tree smiled and opened a path. Next, they crossed a rainbow river on the back of a friendly turtle and dodged ticklish, giggling flowers. Finally, in a cave of sparkles, Johnny found the crystal of courage shining bright. Suddenly, poof! He was back home. The map vanished, but the crystal still glowing in his hand. Moral bravery, kindness, and One rainy evening, Daniel, a young man in a hurry, was driving home when he noticed an old man stranded on the side of the road trying to fix a flat tire. Despite being in a rush, Daniel felt a tug of compassion and decided to pull over. He stepped out of his car and approached the elderly man, who introduced himself as Mr. Thompson. With a grateful smile, Mr. Thompson explained that he had been waiting a long time for help. Without hesitation, Daniel knelt down in the rain and quickly changed the tire. When they finished, Mr. Thompson offered to pay Daniel for his kindness, but Daniel politely refused. Instead, he smiled and said, "Just help someone else in need when you get the chance." That's how kindness spreads. Later that night, Mr. Thompson stopped by a small diner to warm up. The waitress who served him was a young woman named Emily, heavily pregnant and clearly tired, but still smiling at every customer. Thompson noticed her kindness and remembered Daniel's words. When he finished his meal, he paid his bill and left a $500 tip with a note that read, "Someone once helped me. Once upon a time, there was a little cloud named Fluffy. Fluffy wanted to make friends, but no one would play with him because he was too small and always floated alone in the sky. One day, Fluffy saw a group of birds flying happily together, and he wished he could be part of their group. He felt so sad thinking he would always be alone. But then one day a big storm came and the birds were scared. Fluffy noticed they were in trouble and rushed to help. He grew bigger and bigger, covering the birds from the rain, keeping them safe. Once upon a time, 3 little pigs set off to build their own homes. The first pig built a house of straw, the second of sticks, and the third of bricks. Along came a big bad wolf who huffed and puffed. He blew down the straw and stick houses, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't blow down the brick house. The 3 pigs lived safely there, and the wolf ran off never to return, and they all lived happily ever after. Sarah loved to draw, but at school the other kids laughed at her old crayons. One day a girl pointed and said, "Your crayons are broken and ugly." Sarah looked down, feeling ashamed. At home, she almost threw them away. But her teacher told her, "Even broken crayons can make beautiful pictures." So Sarah drew a colorful sunset with every crayon, broken or not. The next day, her picture won first place in the art contest. The same kids who laughed now clapped. Moral: never judge someone or something by how it looks. One sunny morning, Tommy the turtle found a flying banana zooming through the sky. Curious, he grabbed his skateboard and chased it through the park over puddles and under picnic tables. "Come back, magical banana," he shouted. Suddenly, the banana landed, plop, right on a treasure map. With a giggle, Tommy picked it up and zoomed off on a new mission to find the Banana King's golden smoothie recipe. And guess what? It all started with one slippery snack. Once upon a time, there was an elephant named Ellie who had the biggest sneeze in the jungle. One day, she felt a tiny tickle in her trunk. Ashu boom! Trees shook, birds flew away, and a monkey fell off his branch. Splat! "Bless you!" shouted the zebra from far away. But the tickle wasn't done. Achu, achu, aku! This time she sneezed so hard, she blew her own hat all the way to the moon. The moon rabbits found it and used it as a swimming pool. Ellie laughed and said, "Next time I'll sneeze on purpose, jungle cleanup done." And everyone cheered from a safe distance. And so the jungle buzzed with excitement, eager to hear more tales from the elephant with the biggest sneeze. With every detail shared, the animals listened in awe, finding joy and laughter in Ellie's extraordinary tale. The jungle came alive with playfulness as everyone joined in the fun, creating a joyful atmosphere that echoed through the trees. Once upon a time, a kind girl named Cinderella lived with her wicked stepmother and stepsisters who treated her like a servant. One day, a royal ball was announced to find a bride for the prince. Cinderella wanted to go, but she had no dress. Her fairy godmother appeared, gave her a beautiful gown and glass slippers, but warned her the magic would end at midnight. At the ball, the prince was enchanted by her. They danced until the clock struck 12. Cinderella fled, leaving behind a glass slipper. The prince searched the kingdom, and when the slipper fit Cinderella, he knew she was the one. They married, and she forgave her stepfamily, showing grace. Moral kindness, humility, and forgiveness can change your destiny. The kingdom rejoiced at their union, and Cinderella became a beloved figure known for her kindness and generosity. Her story inspired many, reminding everyone that true beauty lies in kindness and the strength to forgive. And so Cinderella's legacy lived on, teaching generations that love and kindness could change lives forever.